further in favor of Cloud, Cyberman ran a train on him. It was devastating to watch, but...
Game 2 didn't look so much, but then he brought it back. Just straight out of nowhere.
Ralphie looking reformed, ready, and raring to go in Grand Finals. We started off on Smashville. Where else, bud?
All right, great out of shield options.
I don't know if they anticipated to be flying off stage with that rapid jab, but it looked like Ralphie, if he was more ready, could have done something with it.
Yeah. Cyberman just pressing buttons, coming down with an attack.
And it's certainly not working for him. Up tilt putting in mad work right now as Ralphie just collects the percentage.
And wow, is that it?
That's gonna do it. Cyberman opting to just throw it away. He must have lost his jump. Didn't think Spring Ride was going to bring him in far enough. And Ralphie collecting a very early lead to the start of this.
And this looks like a complete turnaround from what we saw in Winners Finals. Though it being a different character, Cyberman is probably just hasn't played in a while, and he's probably needs like more time to like warm up.
But that's a lot of time that's that he's giving to Ralphie to, get his feet on the ground running. And this man's looking like he's channeling to Kill Sage right now. Very similar in play style, and this onslaught of aggression is just clashing with what Cyberman wants going on in this match. He hasn't had enough room to run around because everywhere he looks, Ralphie's putting those boots in.
And he's just tracking them with up airs. That dash attack, just putting him in another inflatable, and the up smash taking it.
Sonic is compared to the wind in a lot of the Sonic games.
Okay.
But right now, this Hedgehog's looking like a caged animal. Ralphie couldn't do a damn thing that entire time.
Cyber.
I meant Cyber.
Yes.
I goofed.
It's okay.
He's okay.
He's still a cage animal.
He is.
But you know what they say about cage animals? Once they're released, they're more than a beast. Is that it? Oh my.
The animal's out of the cage, and Cyber's back in the game just like that.
What's going on?
Yo, hard knockdowns?
Cyber?
Does Fox have an Okizeme game? What game are we playing?
I don't know what's going on here.
All right, we stopped playing Smash Brothers real quick. Check the system. Either way, we're back in it.
Marvel's in this game?
Yo, I guess.
We had good games then.
Just like that. Like Cyberman, a complete turnaround from the momentum of game 1. Just absolutely baffling us. We don't know what we're looking at, but Cyberman standing firmly in control. Percentage is near identical, but with a stock lead in his favor.
And now getting basic combos. And this game is basically in his favor, unlike the last one.
It's halfway over in favor of Cyber if Ralphie's not going to be able to pick things up over here.
Oh, couldn't get the spring ride.
And he doesn't get the dare mix up either, but very clean back air is going to do it. But Ralphie's sitting at 93%.
And on town sitting, he definitely is in danger of dying from off the top.
The spring right tricks that gave Cyberman a name here on the island in the first place, we're seeing them back again, and he's not going to be able to get that down
And
there.
he gets the regrab into back throw.
Doesn't get the 2-frame on the forward smash. Ralphie determined to stick his boots where he needs to, but he's going to have to figure out a new game plan moving into game 3. Yo, if Cyber ran off there, if he didn't grab the ledge...
I really thought in my heart he was going to lose it just from that.
I would have been so tight.
It was like, I bodied you, but I'll give you the game just so I can body you, running back on you.
Just give the absolute disrespect. Let him reset the bracket so we can just clean him up. But we're not in that kind of situation. We're sitting here in game 3. We're on Smashville again. And
Uno. Back to the home court.
A stock hasn't been dropped in the first 10 seconds, so Ralphie looking like he's still in it to win it.
It's definitely going a lot better than game 2. Wait. Okay. Let me hold my breath.
No, yeah, Cyberman, he's hearing you, and he's like, give me a moment.
It's like player 4, I want to prove you wrong.
Let me get the edge guard opportunity, but he's going to have to get to the edge and get in control of it if he wants it.
Because these falling up airs are definitely hurting Cyber.
You know, it's such a great tool out of Fox, and Ralphie's doing such a good job of utilizing it, because not only is it ensuring him a safe landing, not only is it dealing a considerable amount of damage when he lands it, and not only is it giving him these kind of setups, but it's limiting so much space that Cyberman can move. And limiting the movement on a Sonic is so important to being able to stifle how he can challenge you.
Did you see that empty hop? Did you see that movement from Ralphie's Fox?
It's looking good. When he's not getting dragged into the depths, his movement's looking clean.
Where are these mains coming out from?
New York is staying ever evolving, man.
These guys are coming up with new techniques like it's an anime.
Just constantly changing things up. But that's how we like it here. I want to see more of that laser play from Ralphie, though. Yeah. Just tagging on tiny bits of damage here and there, but it's more or less a call-out. It's forcing Cyber to take these more unorthodox approaches.
Like, Cyber wants to like sit back and play his game, but he can't do that with Fox's laser, and especially being down a stock. So the time is definitely on Ralphie's side.
The platform hasn't really came into play yet, and I'm expecting something come out of it. Whether it be Cyberman continuing a more patient approach to this situation from the platform, now that he's got that stock caught up, or if Ralphie's going to be able to use it to continue a combo.
I believe Rage just stopping Cyber from finishing that combo. And falling out of fair. So I don't know if this is due to like Fox's fast weight or just Ralphie having an amazing smash DI. But he's been falling out. Wow.
He's just been doing an amazing job of tracking wherever Cyber is going to go. If he's not busy limiting where he's going to move, he already knows. He just follows around him.
He's basically like reading his mind. Some may call him Pegasus.
That's why he's got the one earbud in.
Yeah.
It's the Millennium Earpiece.
He's going to the left.
He's listening to us.
The Cyber Bail?
In real time.
Oh, okay.
It's not happening. This man is true blue. He's not moving off of that Sonic in singles.
I believe that's a different player. Back to the game.
Back to this Sonic main. And back to the Smashville. And sitting here on Game 4 with a potential bracket reset looking pretty evident at this rate. I gotta say, despite the amazing performance out of Cyberman in Game 2, Ralphie collected himself very quickly and has just managed to keep on this pressure that we've been seeing throughout from his Fox throughout the night.
He's definitely been putting in a lot of work. And this Fox managed to beat Mystery, now almost about to beat Cyber. Who knows how far it's going to go right now?
The empty running is just such a smart option. Just keeping circles around Ralphie, having him guess what's going to happen. It's leaving so many options open for Cyber right now. This is why Ralphie limiting where Cyberman was able to move earlier was so pivotal to his success. Yeah. You give this man the run of the village, and he just runs amok.
Now he's going to spin dash into Bear. And another Bear, I don't believe is killing. Probably due to stale, but the Fair definitely taking it.
And only having 36% on board.
And it looks like he's going to lap him pretty soon.
Doesn't have the right angle on the down air to get the follow-up from the lock, but percentages just like that, looking so close and almost lapped completely.
Cyber is definitely playing Sonic with this because he's just taking this race by charge.
He's just overwhelming amounts of speed, and I love the fake out.
Great F tilt.
it's not too often that we get a chance to see Sonic's forward tilt, but it's really good as far as checking certain approach options. And with the amount that we've seen Ralphie utilizing Fox Illusion to come back onto stage, I really like it.
Yeah. Cyber's definitely adapting to Ralphie's play. And if Cyber takes this, I would like to see Ralphie's adaptation back.
That's what I call an adaptation. Waited for the option out of the down air, just stood there, ready to put something out, and he just pulls the trigger on that up smash. But he's sitting at 104% right now, and now in a ledge guard situation.
Wow.
Okay.
So, new set. This set never happened. They both started in losers. So, who do you think they're going? Because Ralphie's been playing Fox.
Man, I don't even know this game anymore. Such a determined lead.
Great
Cyber
game
looking
one.
a bit agitated. It's not often that we get to see negative emotions out of his face, but with an SD like that, it's such a pivotal point. Bracket gets reset on him just for him tripping over his own big shoes.
So, he shouldn't let it get to him. He was winning for most of that game. He just needs to play like that again, and he'll definitely clutch it out. Do this set.
But that's asking a lot out of him, because that's quite a momentum halter to just drop a set just from one missed input.
But it doesn't look like it, because Cyber giving Ralphie the work.
He's got the percentage on deck, but we've seen that Ralphie does not care if he's looking down the barrel of this much percentage. And the spring right is not going to be able to check his Firefox. He's still coming back, but
that F smash.
The untackable situation, and Firefox.
Cyber.
This man's playing fast and loose with the rules. This is too much.
F smash to the face.
And only 40% built up on Cyber, but you can't even see if this is a lead. You don't know what this man's going to do, and at any point, Ralphie can turn up, or Cyberman can throw it away. Who knows? Stay tuned.
This is definitely a surprise.
Breaths are bated as we watch to see how Ralphie responds to Cyber now as he's firmly back in it, but a back air is going to be putting him off stage.
Cyber just walking into that one and just calling him out.
That's what happens if you keep on picking the same options on ledge. Cyberman, for all of his creative movement, gets limited on ledge so easily, and Ralphie's just been responding in turn so well throughout the entirety of the set. The power shield up tilts, and Cyberman returns in with a power shield of his own, not able to get any follow-up out of that grab, and he gets the drag down footstool, and game one of the Reset Grand Finals is going to go in favor of Ralphie.
That's not fair.
That's fair and balanced.
Nerf Fox.
Never. Don't touch.
Can't wait for this Switch game to come out.
Never gonna happen. No Switch game I'm looking forward to?
What?
Not Smash. It's not happening.
Oh.
So we're sitting on the character select, and Cyberman looking a bit disheveled now. Things are starting to fall out of his hands. He's going back into Smashville. What do you feel about this?
I believe this is a good decision. It's not the stage while he's losing. It's definitely not. And I believe Fox is really good with platforms, so going Battlefield and Dreamland is definitely out of the option. So he doesn't need a change of environment. He just needs to play his game, and he managed to get cheesed out more of the last two games. So a bit more of adaptation, and he will definitely have the game.
I feel like if he's going to continue to stay Smashville, he's got to start to make use of that platform more. We're not seeing him utilize it for recovering. We're not seeing him utilize it to extend any of his ledge pressure. And it's going to make such a big deal, because if you're forcing Fox into the air, you're just going to be presented with more and more opportunities to keep him, locked up.
Well, he used it as recovery this time.
Yeah, wish granted. But
great tech.
It's a matter if he can do it consistently.
But getting hit by stray bears.
Can we talk about the consistency in these short hop bears from Ralphie?
can we talk about the consistency of Cyber just walking into them?
Unfortunately, both those numbers looking really high right now.
Oh, another great F tilt, but that's not going to close the stock.
I like how dash attack just interrupts anything that Cyberman is able to offer, but as soon as you get him in the air, that's it. Fox is food for the pickings.
So 26%.
That's not a lead. That's one combo's difference.
That's
one combo's difference, and just like that, Cyberman built it back up. And I gotta say, these have been going fairly quickly with how percentages have been building up on each other. I find it fascinating that where two players who are usually so keen on how they close out each other's stocks have been struggling a little with killing.
Yeah. These players definitely are trying. Oh, wow. Just walking off stage.
Not even just the run, just a swift walk. I love mind games. I love not knowing what I'm watching. And I'd like to point out, Ralphie dipped so low, he took a percentage from the bottom blast zone. Like, that is dangerously low.
Oh. Ralphie, I'll call him out.
He went for the YOLO option, but
this back throw should end it. And 1-1.
Yeah, even Ralphie smiling off. He knew that dash attack was a mistake.
He was like, I'll risk it all here. He might just SD again.
He might. Ralphie could do it too. Yeah. Who knows? We're waiting to see how. We're riding this one out. That's the only way we could do it, and we're seeing the cursor finally move to Final Destination.
There's other stages on this game?
Sometimes. But not when you started. I like this pick, though. I really like this pick because just as I had said at the beginning of the previous game, utilizing that platform is really going to make the difference on who's controlling the tone of the match. Take away that platform, yeah, you've got plenty of room to move around in the space, and sure, Ralphie's going to struggle a little bit with getting those up air chains to kill, but overall, a lot less room for Sonic to move on.
I kind of want to disagree with you, Hangman, because definitely looks like Cyber is playing up to his game. This is one of his favorite stages to go to. And I believe Ralphie chose it to play more of laser play, but he's not doing that. And this, this is just not going to Ralphie's advantage.
I mean, that's the issue with taking Sonic to Final Destination. But Ralphie, for all the faults throughout the this first stock, has at least been keeping himself in there and tagging on a little bit of percentage. It's all a matter about how he can make use of this this rage while he has it.
And Ralphie now trapping him. Oh, Bear.
A very smart Bear, too. We haven't seen a Bear follow-up out of that particular juggle throughout the evening, so it's good job on Cyberman keeping his options fresh.
Oh, jab lock?
Not happening, though. Doesn't get him in the right direction.
Nice fair. Brief combos. Just tacking 1% to Ralphie.
On paper, Fox should have this stage, but evidence is just mounting further and further.
But he manages to get that up air, sealing the stock.
Wow, I even talk sometimes, man.
I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe it's because you're a commentator, but I'm starting to wonder.
Yeah, Ralphie's actually listening in on this stream in real time. He's connected to the Wi-Fi. He's the only other thing connected to the Wi-Fi here.
What do you think this headphone is attached to? The screen? Smart setup, guys. You should do it.
But returning to the match, we got a decent amount of percentage already racked up onto Ralphie, and he's keeping up nicely with Cyberman. It's just a matter of how he chooses to approach, and approaching unsafe like that is going to eat some meaty punishes.
Great jabs out of shield. Just keeping him in check, and just dealing more and more percent to Ralphie. So putting him in more primal kill position, and he doesn't have to steal any of the moves that would kill. And Bear. Just taking
Spring Ride to Bear is gonna do it.
So 2-1. Cyberman. Will we go back?
I don't know.
Frank, Hangman, you got to know something.
All I know is that Smashville was working out really well, and we're finally seeing the Cloud.
All right, Cloud, back to Smashville.
This is a bit of a return to form for Ralphie, but we haven't seen it throughout the entirety of the Grands. The fox that got him into this position is now absent. And we saw from earlier that Cyber had adapted to playing against Ralphie's Cloud incredibly quickly earlier on in the evening.
That's nice to know. Thank you, chat.
I don't even play this game.
You should.
Nah. No, it's fun getting your limit just in time.
Yeah. What a coincidence. Don't you hate it when Clouds do that?
I don't let that happen. You shouldn't let that happen.
Nah, I'll let them get limit. They can get whatever they want.
Cyber? It's very rare that he's been letting that happen this evening. But Cyber's full of surprises, both good and bad.
Great Bear. Oh.
And an excellent forward smash, forcing Ralphie to exhume his limit just like that. But percentages near dead even. A forward throw is going to set up the proper ledge guard situation.
And Ralphie just waiting for him to get in. And great dare from Ralphie. Just beating out the challenge.
That's... Honestly, it seems like such a simple option too, but it really is smart with how simple it is.
Yeah.
You know that Cyberman's going to be moving in, and you know that he's going to be putting out an aggressive option, because very rarely throughout this set have we seen Cyberman do any type of empty hop to bait out a certain approach.
Oh, and coming down with it. But getting a bear to the face.
Yeah, he lost the stock right away, but I like it because he put on a bit of damage, and just overall it was really smart landing, because whatever Cyberman had planned just got stuffed out immediately.
And now Cyberman just adapting right back to the Cloud. But in the unorthodox position at the corner. Oh! Cyber.
You see? You never know. This man can have mastery over Sonic's movement that's just baffling to watch, even if you're a consistent viewer of Smash for Wii U. Then you can do that. You just do that thing that you do when you watch a Sonic play and you're like, I want to practice movement. So you just side B off the ledge like 50 times.
Oh, wow. Why can't I control it?
I mean, that is movement.
So, last game of the night.
This is Game 5. Bracket reset.
Sonic versus Cloud.
We're here. And I would have... You can barely follow it. It's exhausting to watch at this point. Ralphie's Cloud just able to put out so many aggressive options so quickly. He has such a great control over the character. And equally can be said about Cyberman, but then sometimes you just changes.
His play has definitely been more fluctuant throughout the course of the set. 1 minute you think he has control, next second he's just off the stage.
Though that could be the key to his victory if he manages to clutch things out over Ralphie. He's sitting at a percentage differential, but he could turn it around.
Definitely so.
It's all a matter if he can catch up to Ralphie, because for once, Sonic's being outran and outmaneuvered.
Great fall and chase with the up air from Ralphie. And I really like the dare onto the spring. Though he lost the stock, it does refresh the jump for Sonic by him landing on that spring.
I think the issue with it more is that Cyberman has been doing that so frequently off of the spring that Ralphie just knew where he was going to be repositioned. So even if he did have his jump recovered, it just wasn't going to be doing anything good for him in the long run.
True. Oh, falling out with the fair. And you see Ralphie just waiting for Cyber to air dodge or press a button so he can react out of the down throw. Good job of Cyber not doing that. And Cyber with a bear of his own taking the stock.
Now we're sitting on the final stocks of this set for the evening. It's all a matter about who really breaks forward first, and dead even percentages, it's anyone's game.
So, Cyber looking for a grab, and Ralphie looking for an aerial.
And it's Cyber who nets his aerial first, but he's really not able to get anything off of it. First hit of up air is notably useless, outside of course, dragging into the second hit of up air. Once Rage calculates in, it doesn't follow up properly, and if you only get that one hit, you can't follow up with anything, really.
Great weight by Cyber. Oh, almost getting that there. Catching Cyber's jump, just reading his ledge options. Great job from Ralphie.
And pulling the trigger a bit too early on that. I was just about to make note about how we're finally seeing that signature usage.
Is that it?
Nope.
Okay.
He's still got some drift. Never count out the amount of drift that Cloud gets from Climb Hazard. And even at that, I thought the falling animation for Sonic was just about to be enough, but maintaining stage control lets Ralphie get his limit back on, and it's a good thing he does because he's going to have to use it to recover. He opts to go for the ledge.
Yeah. Great up B, just to get him off him.
A very interesting option, utilizing the Blade Beam to fall through platform.
Cyber doesn't punish, more from stunned by the unorthodox option.
A forward air is going to be putting Cyberman deep, but he comes back onto the platform, doesn't eat the limit cross Blade Beam. He certainly learned his lesson from earlier.
Yeah. And he just does it.
He just pulls the trigger, and the run-up up smash is going to let Cyberman win for this evening.
YOLO.